The following are emails Andrew Tate sent to break the matrix since his unjust imprisonment in Romania.
Would your life be fine without you? In Romania, they can steal your life without a trial. They do not need evidence. In this system, innocent men return to ruined lives. My life outside is fine. But for most men, 6 months detained, and their whole life will crumble. My businesses are taken care of, bills are paid, my dogs are fed, my girls and children are looked after. I've always been perspicacious enough to understand my life needs to be stable no matter what happens to me. I have planned and prepared for my unjust disappearance. The lesson from this unjust system is straightforward. Would your life be fine without you? How long would your loved ones survive with you out of the picture? How many of them would remember your name? Are you becoming a legend? We will all disappear one day. The difference between me and most is that when I disappear, the world still feels my presence. If that's not you, make a plan and change it. Beauty is fleeting. There's currently a snowstorm here in Romania. The metal stings like ice. They say you do not truly appreciate something until it's gone. It is absolutely true. There is no light without dark. The smallest and most casual of things are truly beautiful in hindsight. I pay $10,000 for a hot coffee or a hot shower. You have been taking the sun for granted as it rests on your hand while you drive to work. You don't fully appreciate your last glass of clean water. When you truly recognize every experience is fleeting, you learn to smile in the rain. You see the beauty in the raindrops, in the absolute silence of solitary. There's even beauty in the blistering cold. Every one of you reading this, take 15 minutes of your day today to make yourself a nice warm cup of tea. Truly appreciate its warmth and understand a day may come when you'd pay $10,000 for that cup. There is no light without dark. Such is the way of Wudon. If God himself gave a quitter a guarantee of $1 billion upon the completion of a task, the quitter would still find a way to end up broke. God could instruct a quitter to complete X, and the quitter would find some reason to say God was lying, so they could sleep in, or get emotional and offended and destroy the opportunity, or end up sick, etc. You can give most men in life a guarantee of victory, a literal cheat code, and if it took effort, they'd always fail. Lazy equals quitter. Quitters never win. They'd consistently ruin a guarantee from God himself. But every successful man understands something. The cheat code to life is knowing something works. That's the only cheat code you need. The reason hardworking men are broke is purely that they're doing the slow process of trial and error. If two men have the same work ethic, then the only difference between success and failure is what they worked on. You have the only cheat code any man needs. You have access to something which you know works. So are you going to be a quitter or are you going to be a success? It doesn't get easier than this. There's unlimited work. I finished my work is a lie. You've just stopped looking for work. The amount of work you find to do is directly correlated to how much you actually care. When you care, you find unlimited tasks. The true coin enthusiast can always repolish that coin he adores. Canelo can always fine-tune his jab. Looking for work is a prerequisite to success. Most of you just want the work to be over with. Most of you don't deserve to be free, and we work to only free the deserving. You should want tasks and work to complete. You should want stones to build your castle. I can give you unlimited actionable tasks. Simple things you can do that will lead to money. Are you too lazy to actually try with 100% of your effort? Or do you simply not know what to do? My team will tell you what to do. You can do it, and money will appear. Simply reply and ask, what work can I do today? You only need to ask. Do not expect the task to be easy. Expect it to work. During the climb to the top echelons of human existence, there is chaos. As you climb higher, the storm becomes stronger. The air becomes thinner. Everyone climbs Wudon. Life is climbing Wudon, but everyone stops at different heights. Most men give up. They simply do not have the willpower to attempt the summit. They do not want any more of the bitter cold and freezing wind. They find small pockets of comfort and do not travel any further. I am in this cell because I didn't shut my mouth. I am in this cell because I refuse to stop climbing. We will all suffer, but it's your choice how you wish to suffer. You can suffer with the thought of what it might be like at the summit peaks. Suffer with the question of how far you'd be now if you never stopped climbing. Or you can suffer in the bitter cold and thin air. I have made my choice. I could have stopped at my first world title belt. I could have stopped at my first million, stopped at my first 10 or 100. I could have stopped speaking out against the Matrix, stopped freeing minds, and retired with my millions and family. But I know it would have been suffering just the same as in this cell. You have a choice on how you decide to suffer. Suffer in mediocrity or suffer in the climb to greatness. There is a reason most heroes have spent some time inside a cell. Do not be afraid of the storm. Do not recoil at the cold's bite. You will find comfort in your suffering when you know it's towards greatness, when you know it will equip your bloodline with lessons and knowledge which will carry through generations. The summit calls you. I am here to remind you, climb. They're restricting the number of letters I am able to write, trying to sever my connection to the outside world. There's a lot to learn from inside a jail cell, tips and tricks I've learned from the old-timers and frequent visitors to this jailhouse, as the world continues its path to absolute chaos. Some of these lessons may very well save some of you in the future, and none of you reading this should ever break the law. There are too many ways to get rich without it. But being jailed isn't always about breaking the law. Jail is a common theme on the path to absolute influence over the world. Every great revolutionary has spent some time falsely imprisoned, and every great revolutionary has learned many lessons from their time inside. It's part of the hero's journey. You don't need to be in this cell to learn what I have learned inside here. You can learn all of them inside the real world. Let me teach you about momentum and up only. Most people do not reach Valhalla because the natural reaction to breaking records is that it is meant to be rare. Peons believe they should celebrate and take it easy to reward themselves for hard work. Congratulations to themselves for the rare fear. This is entirely wrong. Up only is normal. It's nothing to celebrate. Anything less than breaking your current record should be alarming. If you normally do 5 sales a day and then you hit 500 sales in one day, and then you hit 400 sales the next one and 300 sales the next, you should panic. As you continue your acceleration toward world conquest, the natural assumption is that it will get easier. But that is also wrong. You must work harder than ever before. Do you know why a rocket can reach the moon? Because it is constantly pushed. The engines fire as hard as possible for as long as possible. There is no rest. There is no break. Push and push and push and break record after record after record, continuously and infinitely increasing the speed at which you win. When you've broken a record, that record is now a new standard. Every day you hit below that new standard means panic mode. You've left 5 sales a day as normal the day you hit that 500 sales day. 400 sales, garbage. Don't get lazy. What else are you going to do with your time? Jerk off? No, you push. You push as hard as possible, and success should motivate you to push even harder. It's up only. Everything you touch must become up only. You must develop the Midas touch. This applies to every business in the world. Up only. Down is due to laziness, and plateaus are for losers. Escape the gravitational pull of Earth. To hell with gravity. You can escape. When you are winning, you work harder. Do more. Get creative. Rule the Earth. Apply this mindset to everything. The next question is, what do you put all this effort into? It depends on where you want to go. Make a plan to get there.